lot of people are Beatles fans, so who's your favorite? Paul, Ringo, John, or George?
Hard to decide, and you can see their likeness at the concert tonight. This morning, Rhonda Moore introduces us to George.
Good morning. It's all about the Beatles this morning, and Jimmy Poe plays George Harrison. Good morning.
Hello, Rhonda. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tell me, what is it like playing George Harrison?
It's really an experience. As you experience the Beatles with Rain, it's fantastic to be able to portray one of the greatest musicians in the world. The show Rain starts off with the early Beatles all the way to the Sgt. Pepper, all the way to Let It Be. And it covers the whole career of the Beatles.
So obviously you guys are performing a lot of classic hits. Do you have a favorite?
I get asked that all the time. I would imagine She Loves You, because that was the first song that I ever heard on the radio before they were on the Ed Sullivan Show.
And how did you get involved with this?
I auditioned for a Broadway show called Beatlemania back in 1977. And it was a show that I thought I'd end up doing, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year. And so 35 years later, I'm still portraying George Harrison.
All right, and this tour is going all around the country, correct?
All around the country. We tour all over the world, but right now we're in the United States, much of the Midwest, Ohio, Youngstown.
All right,
Dayton.
would you mind letting our viewers out there hear a little bit of George Harrison from you?
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo, here comes the sun.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
All right, like that accent there too. All right, well, if you want to experience the Beatles with Rain, then you can do so tonight at 8 p.m. It's here at the Schuster Center in downtown Dayton. Back to you guys.
Sure, it's going to be a great show. What's your favorite Beatles song?
I love Here Comes the Sun. Probably Eleanor Rigby. Believe it or not, Eleanor Rigby.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you know it, Chris.
Yesterday's my favorite one.
Yes. Oh, that's a beautiful one.
best.
It's been done again and again. It's lovely.
Beatlemania is here in the Miami Valley.
A tribute to the Fab Four taking place on stage tonight. This morning, Rhonda Moore talks to Paul McCartney.
Good morning. Last hour you heard from George Harrison. Now you're going to hear from Paul McCartney. This is Mac Ruffing.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. How you doing, everyone?
All right, you sound good. Now you're from Cleveland, correct?
Cleveland. Yes, not too far from here.
That's right.
That's
Okay,
right.
Tell me how you got involved with Rain.
Oh, I was in another group for many years, another Beatle group, and got a casting call. They needed more players because they do so many shows and they're going to Broadway and everything. And out of the blue, I got a call and did an audition. To make a long story short, and it all went well. That was over 3 years ago, and here we are.
Now, were you Paul McCartney in the other group
Yes,
as well?
yes.
What is it about playing Paul that you like?
It's just the best music, in my opinion, ever written. We enjoy it. We're all Beatle nuts to begin with, as are a lot of fans that come to see the show, because there's lots of you out there, I know.
What about the show that you like? Any favorite hits?
I like the early material myself the best. We do, well, She Loves You, From Me to You, Wanna Hold Your Hand, Hard Day's Night, the early stuff. And it goes all the way through the Beatles' career, through Let It Be, 1970 when they split up.
All right, and quickly tell the viewer out there who's not coming to the show tonight why they should.
Come to the show. It's for all ages, from little toddlers to baby boomers and beyond. It's family friendly. You'll love the music. Even if you're not a fan or a passive fan, you'll have a great time. I guarantee it.
All right, sounds good. And if you want to experience the Beatles with Rain, you can do so tonight at 8 p.m. here at the Schuster Center in downtown Dayton. And we'll be back at 8:50. Back to you guys.
It sounds so exciting.
Imagine, Let It Be. So last time I said Eleanor Rigby, but I think Let It Be or Imagine, my two favorites.
Imagine my second favorite.
Okay.
I love Imagine. Ringo, Paul, John, and George, we know them better as the Beatles.
And they are amazing. A Broadway show that's a tribute to them is in town tonight. This morning, Rhonda Moore talks to two of the Fab Four.
Well, Paul, are you excited that we played here at the Schuster Center in Dayton, Ohio?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to do it.
You got one more performance. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul McCartney. You're Paul McCartney, and you're George Harrison. And this is actually Jimmy Poe and Mac Ruffing. And good morning.
Good
morning, Rhonda.
All right, what do you guys
Can
think?
we talk in our regular voices now?
Sure, you can. Go ahead. Tell me, what do you think about performing here at the Schuster Center?
That's great. I mean, the audiences get to see what the Beatles were all about. It's a family show. And all the songs are about love, so it's a positive message. And you see little kids, you see the parents and the grandparents all singing along, having a great time.
So, Mac, what made you decide to get involved with the Beatles and Rain?
The love of the music. Been a Beatles fan all my life and enjoy it. It's timeless music, as many of you know. the best group of all time, in my opinion. And this is the closest you'll get to seeing a facsimile of the Beatles.
Every one of the Beatles has their own fans, you know, but I get to sing Here Comes the Sun and While My Guitar Gently Weeps, so it's a big highlight for me.
And what's the best part about playing Paul McCartney?
Just playing his material. It's such an awesome songwriter.
And the cool part about the way we do the show is we have a fifth member, Mark Beyer, who plays all the keyboard parts in the orchestration. So it sounds like exactly like the records, like you hear. If you hear when we do Strawberry Fields, you'll hear all the instruments on there, the strings, the horns, and everything.
People have one more night, so if you want to experience the Beatles with Rain, you can do so tonight at 8 here at the Schuster Center in downtown Dayton. Back to you guys.
Sounds like it's going to be a great show.
It does. And George had me fooled. I didn't know his accent wasn't real.
I love it. It's excellent. They do a really good job. Well, good luck, gentlemen.